we're live
Yep.
now. One time, eventually, I will start a stream without panic pressing the "and we're live" button. Mid laugh, mid trying to cram in. Oh, by the way, there was this one secret thing I was meant to tell you before we started, Drew. let me rush you and race you through that as quickly as we can. Anyway, putting all that aside, welcome to The Quiet Between, a Tales from the Emberlight Guild stream where in the downtime, in the quiet and still between missions and quests, when away from the road and sheltered from the lasting dark, we take time to reflect and to rest. And this won't be a weekly thing that we do as part of the Emberlight Saga. Every second Wednesday, when we have time, this will be a chance for you to meet a character, a group of characters, even some NPCs from the world of the Emberlight Saga, the Kingdom of Phaeton, and the Emberlight Guild Hall, to see who they are and to learn a little bit more about why they continue to fight and struggle against the inevitable. Tonight, kicking things off, I am joined by two players. Drew, who plays Reishi, having just returned from the missing caravan quest at the behest of the Haverfield Merchants Council. And shortly, Paul, who plays Herodor, will be joining us before he heads out on a quest with another bunch of Emberlight Guild members. Before we dive into our first little vignette, a quick content warning for this stream. The Emberlight Saga explores themes that some people might find upsetting. They are about loss, they're about grief, they're about struggle and hopelessness. It's the idea of holding on to hope when there's nothing else left around you. It explores elements of supernatural and horror, both supernatural and psychological. And if that's not your cup of tea, then I would love you to check out some of the other D8 Dungeon shows. A lot of our stuff is over on YouTube. You can catch all those bits and pieces there. We have a fortnightly podcast called Romancing the Dungeon that you can catch, and there's a brand new episode coming out on Friday, though that I listened to the draft edit for that episode today, and I got a little cry, and I DM'd it and wrote that. So, but the editing is just absolutely top notch. Louise, who is editing the current batch of episodes, has just, it's the conclusion of a run of episodes that we've been doing, and the players did an absolutely phenomenal job. And it's not all sad. Like, it's called Romancing the Dungeon. There's romance in there. There's a lot of stupid stuff in there too. But it was quite a nice little episode to get to listen to. There's a brand new episode of that coming out on Friday. I think that's everything that I was supposed to. Oh yeah, and I've got Ben and Declan tomorrow with Ben from Home Request. Yeah, that other show that I do here on D8 Dungeon as well. Myself and Ben we're going to be chatting to Wayne Talbot from Sorcery and Shenanigans about an upcoming live event he is hosting in Dublin with some other folks from the TTRGB. I said Churcherburger. I actually just said Churcherburger. It's my version of Gershberms. Churcherburger, TTRPG community here in Ireland. And it sounds like an absolute blast. There's music being performed live at the event to match the scenes and stuff like that. So it sounds class. If you want to know more about that, you want to know about what Wayne has planned, maybe we get some spoilers. Not spoilers. What's the press way of saying spoilers? I should know this. Scoop. We'll get the scoop. That official journalistic term. Okay. All that stuff at the top of the show is out of the way. I'll quickly mention Thank you, RB90, for the subscription there as well. That's super cool. I don't know what subs are. I don't get it. Like I'm so bad at Twitch. I don't get it, but thank you. That's not to say you shouldn't. I don't know. Um yeah. Anyway, if you want to find out more about who we are or check out any of our other stuff, you can check out D8 Dungeon on all major social media platforms. There's a link to our Discord server just gone in there. Okay. Are we ready to go?
Yeah.
Okay. Reishi, it is and has been a long morning that trailed into the afternoon, dragging its heels. Returning from the long road and the hills at the foot of the great mountains, the journey took a lot out of everybody, both physically and mentally. But more than that, there's this. It's easy to mistake the feeling for a hunger pang or that sort of that tremble when the adrenaline is gone, the sense of feeling a little hollow has kind of crept in. And as you listen to Griblina snap at the description, and that's the only way to really describe it, snap the description as she sees it from her perspective at Orowine, who has been busy documenting and gathering your report. Valara has been flitting in and out of the forge, the guild hall here at the Emberlight, mostly just taking stock of the items that were brought back, checking in with ye, and arranging a courier to bring them to the HMC's warehouse. In all of this, you find yourself present in body, but not necessarily in mind. Where is Reishi's head at?
She is doing the bare minimum. What's the bare minimum I can do that I can give of the account so that I can get out of here as quickly as possible to go see Papa. I have to go see him.
Griblina just starts clicking her fingers at Orowine, who seems to be going down a trail that has less to do with the mission and more to do with his own hypothesis. And as this kind of happens, you see out of the corner of your eye, old Bill and Ayla are kind of talking to each other, and then they both kind of just look at you and give you the nod, just kind of. And then Bill just kind of gestures, and you see him slipping out as well as Griblina and Ororion get into a discussion as to what one should consider valuable details and what one should consider shoving up there, and you don't hear the rest of Griblina's sentence. Yeah.
Reishi will have spent the last couple of days watching old Bill and trying to learn some more stealth moves from him, and just in this mirroring mindset. As he kind of takes a right step back, she'll actually, like, her left foot will almost mirror him fall back as she slips into the shadows and goes back as quickly as possible.
As do you want to just head straight up to the convalescence room, or is there anything you'd like to take the time to do in the guild?
She'll go straight there with everything she had with her from the mission.
You head up the the stairs.
Actually, no,
Okay.
sorry. There's one thing she will want to do.
Okay.
Has she looked yet at this stage?
At what she at the
Yeah.
box. I would say outside of the initial kind of when she found it at the bandits in the cache that they had hidden.
Because it was
Uh,
nailed closed.
yes. I would say not then. I don't think she has. I don't think she's had the opportunity for fear of
Yeah. It's been in close quarters. There's been too many
yes.
people around, too many eyes around.
Yeah.
If she would know of a space that she can get, looking at the box, 30 seconds, whatever it'll take to just peek, just to be sure that she's right before going down this route.
So the guild is never really a quiet place. You and Puka found that out.
Is there a
pretty quick.
stall?
But there is on I believe it's the 4th floor.
Oh yeah,
Or
that's
third
right.
floor. There is the 4th floor. There's a balcony, and that balcony is actually off of probably one of the quietest rooms in the guild, which is a prayer space. There's been a lot of debate in the guild for the last few circles as to why do we need a prayer space. There's nobody answering us. And Malin persisted. It should be kept even as just a place to reflect and to meditate. It is usually empty.
She'll go there as quickly as possible.
4th floor, you have to you end up going past the 2nd floor where you'd find the convalescing room, where people who are taking their breath, catching rest, being seen to by the 1st floor. It's such a huge guild. But you see the hallway as you kind of go from the forge up to the 1st floor. You recognize the hallway down towards the convalescing room where your father is currently catching his breath and recovering. Up to the 4th floor, you pass one of the kindling, who looks as if he's ready to go out, and it's a moment where you make eye contact, and it's like I know his name, and that he's gone down the stairs when you click. He seemed to be in a hurry. Herodor. His name is Herodor. And there's just kind of a look of acknowledgement. He's brand new to the guild, and he seems to still carry that with him. You can kind of tell there's a greenhorn, and then there's
She just did a mission with him not that long ago. And
yes. Yeah.
He's definitely green.
Yeah. But nevertheless, there is a moment where you kind of just nod at each other, and then he continues downstairs, and then you continue upstairs.
Yeah.
You find yourself in the prayer room, and there's no one here. There's a light coating of dust on the floor.
Hardly taking a moment to catch her breath, she'll take her basket off and quickly dig down to the bottom where she's hidden it and pull out the box.
The smell catches you straight away. It's such a warm smell. Like it smells like the earth, and it smells like cinnamon, and it smells like the smoke from a peat fire. Like it, even that alone, you kind of feel it. But even the edges of this small little box, they feel warm to the touch. Not dangerously so, but as if they've been sitting out in the sun all day.
She'll start pulling at the nails. She has to see with her own eyes. There's no way I can get him involved with this and without knowing 100%.
not exactly. It's nailed tight to keep the box fixed, but it's not, nailed
Yeah.
tight
So
to
she'll grab her dagger and
trap it.
start
Yeah, you could pry it very
pry it
easily.
open. Yeah.
Yeah. And there inside you see a closed up flower. These rich red petals just folded inwards, fronds of green coiling underneath them, and a long, thin stem that ends at roots and soil, all surrounded in a small cloth mesh.
She'll immediately close it. Almost forgetting to breathe. Bury it. Put the basket back on. Rush to see Papa.
Straight back down the stairs, you pass Herodor again. It's like he's running drills up and down the stairs, but each time he's carrying something. It's a box, and now it's a couple of blankets. And again, he's wearing a full pack as if he's going back out on the road again. And it's only as you head back down to the first floor and he passes you that you remembered seeing a bunch of the other Emberlight Guild members out at the front, also with packs on their back. You're pretty sure you saw Felicity and Diego maybe all kind of waiting out at the front.
Just briefly, Herodor, are you lost?
He doesn't say anything. He just rushes down the stairs past you.
Not my problem. Not my monkey today.
Yeah, you make your way down the hallway to the convalescing room. And as the door creeps open, there's a moment where you catch Puka's eyes, and it's like catching a child with their hand in the cookie jar. He's sitting on the edge of his bed, and he's just after pulling on his left boot, and he looks at you, and he looks down at the boot, and back up at you.
Papa, what are you doing? Where are you going?
I was just seeing if they fit. Oh, it does. Oh, sure. I'll try on the other one then while I'm at it. And he slips on the other. Oh, God. Oh, no, Rishi, they're a bit tight now. I should probably give them a bit of a stretch. I'll just get my coat there. And he's up out of the bed. And he's just got a big grin on his face.
She'll sit there for a minute and look at him, and as he's, that perpetual kid, the cheeky kid, doing something he's not supposed to do, but also knowing that he's cute enough to get away with it, and the big rosy cheeks and the smile lines next to his eyes. Come on, Papa. I needed a walk anyway. Come on.
Oh, you need. Oh, well, if you need a walk,
I need the walk. Yes, it's
whatever Pookie needs. A coat's just there, and he kind of pulls himself out of the bed. He looks old.
Will you hold my staff for me?
Sure, I get like skis, and he takes the other one then, and he just he stands just a little taller than you, Rishi, and he reaches kind of for the coat, and it's the coat that your mother made him before he left with you. It's heavy, it's sturdy, it's warm, but not too warm. Like it's perfect against the rain, but it breathes, and he slips into it, And as he does, he kind of just stretches his back and he groans a little bit. And from the pocket, he takes out just this big, thick, red woolen hat that he just kind of stuffs down over these wisps of. It's gray, but there's still streaks of what you could remember as kind of just his jet black hair. But he pulls it down hard over his head. And two little kind of woolly antlers kind of spring up from the side. And yeah, in the other pocket, he reaches and he pulls out kind of a half a piece of a biscuit and he pops that into his mouth. Rude of me. And he breaks it off between his teeth and he hands you the other half of a sugar cookie.
Thanks, Papa. She'll pop the rest of the sugar cookie
I just
in her
had to
mouth.
hold it.
No.
And he fetches his little glasses out and he puts them on. And he's ready for road.
As she
not the road. I'm still frail, mind you. No, not the road. It's just a walk, Pookie.
Just a walk, yes, Papa. And as she kind of like buttons up his coat, helps him button up the coat. Kind of the last button's a little tight. It's like, eat that. That's why I ate the sugar cookie there, Papa. So that's going on that walk, yeah.
Yeah, just a couple of laps.
Just a couple laps. Sure.
That's all muscle, girline. That's all muscle.
I know, Papa. All right, just put her arm on between, through his arm and for her own to steady herself.
Her name's gone from me. The tall one, elf, the elven one.
They're all elves, Papa.
They're all. That's right. There's a lot of elves.
There's so many elves. They're all so tall.
So tall.
I have to stand on boxes to like wash my hands.
Valerie. That's her. Valerie.
Valerie.
Val. Yeah, Val. I just call her Val.
I'm sure she loves that.
Oh, she does. She was telling me because I was asking where you were because you hadn't been to see me. And now I know you had said you were going out, but I thought you were going out. You were going to come back. And he's this is happening like on the way to the stairs. Like he's not, and he's like you can almost hear your mother and her voice saying, "Pick up your feet." Like he's a scuffler. Like he at home in the glade in the grove. He walked around barefoot to feel the grass between his toes, to feel the dirt under his feet. Even sharp stones, it didn't matter. It made him feel closer, and he's not. Even though he's wearing boots, he's not lost the habit of just slowly dragging his feet. And you can hear the leather and even the edges of his pants, because they're just a little too long, dragging on the ground behind him. Well, did you find it?
Did I find what?
The thing,
what?
the carnival, the caravan.
Oh, did we find the caravan? Oh, yes, we did. Little Spore was a huge help, so that was nice.
Oh, what's he now?
Oh, Papa. Little Spore? What? Why always?
Oh, he knows knows what he did now, and as soon as he apologizes, I'll be square with him, and all will be square with us.
Do you want to go talk to him now? Do you want to wake him up?
No, I'm not talking to him now. Let him sleep. You know what he's like when you wake him up.
Oh, I do, actually. He's probably not overly happy with me either right now, but that's okay. He was great help. But we found it, and we saved a person, and horses. We saved 5 horses. 7 horses, actually. So did you hear the horse hoofs? We have horses now.
We have horses?
We do. 5 of them wanted to come back with us.
Well, you don't really have horses. They're just.
Well, this is true. Sorry, I've been here too long. I'm sorry. I know. I asked them if they wanted to come live with us, if they wanted to, we could feed them if they wanted, and So they said yes.
Oh,
After a little spore gave them massages.
probably tried to rob them. And you see him kind of give, like, he just gives a kind of a little bit of a glare. It's not a serious one, but he does. He kind of just glares, uh, where he knows little spore has a tendency to pop up from. And their names? Did you get Did you get their names?
We did. I, Drew, don't have them right now, but Reishi has the names.
And she tells us all.
She does. She tells me all of them.
As you make your way downstairs, you again, Valara is in the middle of the kind of the open hallway that kind of leads to the main door. And exactly where are the two of you heading off to?
Just outside. We just need to feel. Papa needs to feel the trees. Needs to feel the grass. Needs to just a little bit, just a little stretch, if that's okay.
She kind of looks at him, and then she looks back at you, and she just gives a little nod.
Thank you.
I told you. Val and myself are like that now. And she just fixes her thumb and her middle finger up to the bridge of her nose, and she drifts towards the kitchen and the little dining area. The dining area.
Reishi will just mouth, sorry.
Yeah. We'd go a little further than the guild. Like, the trees here are lovely, but they're awful gossips.
They are. They're also planted, and, you know.
I'd like to can we just go to the little western wall, that little wood out. We won't go in. I won't. Just along the grass.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Absolutely. I think that's a good idea, because there's something I need to talk to you about, Papa.
Oh, if this is about the sugar cookie, and he takes another one out of his other pocket, and he's kind of nibbling on it as you say this, and he's got a little bit of dusting of like crumbs and sugar on his beard, and it's strange. He's normally clean shaven, like he's normally more kind of together than this. You might see the odd bit of stubble, but it's just from being up in the room and kind of not having a chance. And again, it's a salt and pepper, but you do see a thick streak of like rust red just there at the edge of the left side of his chin.
No, it's not about the sugar cookies. Although I do still have one of my reishi mushrooms left from today, if you want it, Papa.
Oh, I'm so full from the sugar cookies. You know, too many of those now aren't good for you either. They can some of them can be poisonous.
It's a good thing we know the poisonous ones from the non-poisonous ones.
Harder to tell when they're dry, though. And you see him kind of like, oh, he's trying to worm his way out of this one.
Yeah, you're going soft. You're going soft being here too long.
That's what it is. That's why I need to get out. That's, you know.
Well, this will potentially harden you up real quick. Hey, Papa. What are your thoughts now that we've been here a little bit and we've seen what good can be done by pooling knowledge and skills and working with the outside world? You know, we used to be terrified of the outside world. We never worked with anyone outside of our people, of our enclave. And anything from the lasting dark was bad, was taboo. Do you still feel that way? Completely.
About working with people?
About new things, we'll say.
Oh. Well, when you get to my age, and I'm allowed to at this age say that now. Your time will come too. Don't worry. It's one of the perks of getting old. When you get to my age, Pookie, it's very hard to find new things. I'm fundamentally aware of the cataclysmic changes brought upon our world about 150 years ago. I'm just saying that in the grand scheme of things, what's new to us is the same old to somebody else. So we
Okay.
make of these experiences what we wish.
Okay. Let me try this a different way. If something was seen as bad, taboo, forbidden, scary, but it actually helped, shouldn't that be embraced?
At this stage, Reishi, the walk, you've noticed Puka is a little slower. Like it's not that you're sprinting, but the way he's carrying himself. By now, you would have been at the bottom of this road, and closer to the western wall. But you've barely cleared kind of the perimeter of the guild, and you see him catching, there's a little bit more of a wheeze or a rattle on him. Well, when it comes to things that we don't always understand, somebody has to take a leap of faith, I wonder, and I guess, and I suppose.
Okay. Do you think that somebody, hypothetically, like me, could be that person to take it to our brand new hearth and not get in trouble? Hypothetically.
Oh, of course, we're dealing in the hypothetical.
100%.
Well, if we're dealing in hypotheticals, and I can hear your mother cursing, I might hypothetically, of course, know somebody who not too long ago took it upon themselves to speak up and speak out. And this person, who may or may not be living or dead or fictional, hypothetically, changed the way a lot of people around him, her, or them, maybe, thought about the world. And they may or may not have changed their home for the better.
Point taken.
And he stops on half a step, and he tucks your staff under his arm, and with that hand, he just taps your hand. It's just soft, gentle, just a little like tap. It's not a rub or a stroke. It's just a gentle little tap. And you see him kind of look up and around. If we could just walk a little bit of the way and listen. Sometimes just doing nothing. Just listening to the world. We find our answer.
Papa,
Mm-hmm.
can I just show it to you?
The hypothetical.
Yeah, the hypothetical. Can I hypothetically show it to you?
Yes. Now, hypothetically, if you had it on you,
Yes.
the thing that you were maybe possibly what if worried about.
Yeah.
Might be a good idea to not do that where people can still see. And
Okay.
we wait till we're out
Yes.
near the woods.
That's a good idea.
And if you had something on yourself that you maybe wanted to possibly show me.
Yes. Hypothetically.
Hypothetically.
Yes.
That might be a good place.
Perfect. And just sort of like return the pat, just kiss him on the cheek and thank you, Papa.
He just starts to hum a little bit. And you see him kind of looking up into the trees and up along the walls. And then he's now he's still humming, but you can just see on his hand that's kind of crooked around yours, he's using his fingers to count. And you recognize the melody. He's humming an old nursery rhyme as he counts birds. And it's just 1 for sorrow, 2 for joy. And he just, the words come to you as he hums it along. He doesn't speak it, but you see him counting on his left hand. And after some time, the pair of you clear the wall out into the road, and it's late into the afternoon, almost dusk, by the time you make it to the edge of the woods, and you can hear bird song.
Can I speak with one of the birds?
Yeah.
Do you mind being our eyes in the sky and just letting us know if anybody approaches?
Spying doesn't come cheap.
What will it cost you? What will it cost me, rather?
And it's a little kind of sparrow. Kind of flits down between some branches and then down onto your shoulder. And then you see Puka get a little twitchy.
It's not little Spore.
I know it's not little Spore. And then from inside his pocket, like his inside pocket, there's a stirring. So now Beatrix has any kind of acquired taste for sparrows. And he fetches out the crumbs of a sugar cookie, and he kind of palms them to you for the bird.
All right, I'll quickly, if you could, is this enough?
And he's already eating them.
Okay.
And he goes straight up, and he's just for everyone else, it's bird song. What you're hearing is "I say nobody." It's just constantly shouted.
Good job. Good job. You keep it up.
Loud. You just see, and then from the inside pocket, just this mangy, scruffy, dusty mess of a cat pokes her head out, and you just see these auburn eyes just go wide as Beatrix looks up at the sparrow.
Papa, if Beatrix does anything bad, I will just bring
It's just
up Little
nature.
Spore.
It's just
But
it's just nature.
same thing with Little Spore. I purposely didn't wake up Little Spore so as not to annoy you.
And I didn't wake up Beatrix.
Keep her under control. That's all I'm saying.
And you can see he's trying to stuff her back into the pocket, and she's trying to push her way out of it. And eventually she kind of settles inside it. There's a from her, but she settles back into the pocket.
Oh, Beatrix. Okay. Are you happy now? Is this good?
Oh, for the hypothetical.
Yeah,
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
She'll very quickly just pull her pack off, her basket off, and pull out the box. But Papa, close your eyes.
Oh, if this is a wedding ring.
It's not. Oh my God, no. No. It's fine. Give me your hands though. She'll take her hands and she'll put them around the box so he can feel it before he sees it.
Okay. So, and he warming stones? And he starts to smell. No. And then you see him kind of one eye kind of like trying to look at the box. Well, it's not mittens. It's too heavy for mittens.
She'll just open it. Just look. Have you ever seen anything like this before?
He slides the top of the box open, and he catches the flower inside, and he stares at it, and he starts to. What's your passive perception?
13.
You see him tremble a little.
You do know.
It looks familiar, Reishi, but I don't want to think about it.
But it heals. It's good.
He closes the lid on the box. There's nothing good down there.
Down there? Down where?
And he looks back towards the city.
Papa, if you don't tell me, I'll just go looking myself.
You're not going to the vaults.
The vaults? You saw this in the vaults?
A field of them. They grew everywhere. Where did you find this?
So that's the second problem I was going to tell you about. I found it on our mission. There was a rift, like a planar shift that we went to, and it was red rock where it should have been forest floor, and the soil smelled of it. It was warm to touch, and it smelled of hearth and ash and cinder, but I couldn't find any flowers. But my spores, they pulled me they found it buried in this box. And with that, she'll uncover where she had been covering the Mantry Steel logo on it. She will now uncover it to show him. This is problem number 2.
And he looks at it, and you see him, he fixes his glasses and he kind of looks at it. Did you take it, Reishi, because you wanted it? Or because you were worried what they were doing with it?
Both. I took it because I found out about this flower while looking to heal you, to find a cure for you. I came across information about this flower. And so it pulled me to it. And in that moment, I wanted it. I was looking for it for you, Papa, to help you, to help heal people, thinking that this was something that the earth was growing to balance, put some right into the wrong. But then once I saw the Mantry Steel logo, yeah, why, if this is something so wrong, why do they have it? What are they doing with it? Or if it is for good, why are they hoarding it? Why are they keeping it?
He's already put it back into your basket, and he's made sure to cover it. People do most foolish things when they really care. And I know you, Reishi. And I know that you did it. You did it because you thought it would help. But you stole something.
I know, and I will go to the hearth with it. I will return it. But I also think it's important that the hearth know about this, that we know about this. Because it heals, it helps. How do you know it's bad? I create it, and she'll pull out the potion that she created with it. I made this with it. Not this one, obviously, but I came across other petals.
And when was that?
Just a few days ago. There's kind of been a lot going on. Sorry.
There's plenty of things in this world long before the lasting dark, and plenty more since, that look a certain way, Reishi. Beautiful things that feel like gifts. But these things, and his eyes fall on the basket, sometimes they give us. They ask for something without words. And I don't think you did it for the wrong reasons. There isn't a wrong reason in your body.
I do feel really bad, though. That's why I haven't even dusted myself off since we got back. I had to come and talk to you immediately, and now I just want to go talk to the hearth, and now I feel awful. But Papa, you have to tell me, these fields, did you tell in your report after returning from the vaults, did you talk about these flowers that you saw?
Sorry. That was
Okay.
Gravity Falls intercepting the stream. He looks at you. I think it's time we head back.
Can you? They're going down into the vaults again. They're going to ask you.
They won't.
Nope. I think I jumped ahead. Apologies.
Yeah.
Do we know about this yet?
There's always been talk in the guild
Okay.
about going back, so don't worry about that. But
Okay.
And this, you would know this because ye had gone out and come back, so you definitely know about the Varan City vaults, the
Got it.
the bank company kind of, and the offer that they've made. They've put it. There's posters all over the city
Okay.
as well. So yeah, don't worry. But you sense a real unease and discomfort in Puka, in your father.
I don't want to push you, but if people are going down there again, they're going to go whether you want them to go or not. And if you have information that you're holding back, you can't do that, Papa. You know better than anyone how dangerous it is down there.
I do.
You have to give.
I told them everything they needed to know, Rishi. Nobody should go back to that place.
So what do you think I should do now?
Do you think that plant, that flower, is a good thing?
I did until I talked to you. I don't. You're not giving me any information of how it could be bad. It's like when you walk in the woods and you have, a nettle that will sting you, and very often you find next to it a dock leaf that will help take the sting out. The earth finds a way of balancing.
Right. But you don't know that dock leaf will work until the nettle stings you. So, we'll take your mother's approach on this. We'll find out for ourselves.
So I've stolen and now we're hiding it. Just to be clear.
Well, what if we put something else in the box?
I did think about that. It has to be something that makes sense, though.
If your mother could hear us now, and he
know.
looks up at the sparrow. You're not sure. He's not one of hers, is he?
Oh, I hope not. Oh boy. No, it's still searching. It hasn't come for another payment. It's not hers. It's okay. Okay. There were coins. I have some coins from it.
And he fitches into his pocket, and he takes out they're like meditation stones. They're just
Special seeds or something.
Yeah. It's catnip. So
perfect.
Yeah, he's putting these. So you just tell Valerie that you forgot this, and you hand it over, and we'll find out if the plant is good or bad.
I'm so good at hiding things. I can't see how this is going to go bad at all, Papa. This is okay. I found the box. That is not a lie. I found the box, and it was in the cache with the extra. It was in the hidden cache and it wasn't with the rest of the cargo. And
We wanted to make sure it was safe.
And I, because it wasn't with the cargo, I wasn't with them with the cargo. I threw it into my basket. The coins were in their own bag. I just found this in the bottom of my basket. Nope, I can't say that because that is definitely a lie. It was in the bottom of my basket. I'm so sorry. Here you go.
Perfect.
Okay.
Now we just rehearsed that a couple of times.
Just a couple more times.
Yeah.
Just, okay. Just do it a few more times.
Yeah. And he's now kind of walking you back. It's not a lie.
It's an omission of the truth.
Well, I was lying about the fact that it's not a lie, but
oh, this'll be fine, right?
Fine. I trust you, Pookie.
I don't know why. I'm a big fat liar and a thief.
Well, your mother and I eloped, and then he blurts out a family secret.
Wait, what?
Yeah, no, it's fine. It doesn't look. You come from a long line of people who've done horrible, terrible things and brought shame to the family. It's fine. You get it from her side, and mostly from my side, but definitely her side as well. So you hadn't a chance.
Okay, so I'll just blame you two. It'll be fine. It'll be great. We'll blame the arch druid of the mountains to the south. It'll be just fine.
Yeah, there won't be any problems. And he's not looking he's looking to the sky for birds.
I feel like the two of them, they're just two balls of anxiety as they're like walking back now. Like, this is fine. This is fine. Okay. Okay. Thank you. It will be fine.
But halfway back, he starts to cough. And at first, it's just kind of it's like a clearing of his throat. And then he has to stop. And then he puts all his weight onto the staff. And he looks up at you as he catches his breath. And he takes an embroidered handkerchief. One of the first things you ever learned to embroider. Like, it's meant to say his name. It's meant to say Puka on it, but the P looks like an R and the U just looks like two eyes. But he still has it, and it's old and it's frayed, but he still has it. And you see him cough into it. And you see at the edges flecks of red and black. And he stuffs the cloth back into his pocket. Well, better out than in. That's for gas, but it's the same thing. And he laughs and he coughs. And then he starts to move on.
Will you try the potion? I don't think it'll do anything, but will you try anyway?
The one you made?
Yeah.
He holds out his hand.
Gladly give it to him.
He holds up the vial and he kind of looks at it for a little bit. And in that moment, you hear laughter and chattering coming from just up the road as Felicity, Diego, Herodor, and Serafina finally come bundling, and you see him just stuff it into his pocket. And he kind of nods. He looks at you, and then he nods to them. Oh. May the roads rise to meet you. And he just kind of nods as they pass. It's getting dark.
Yeah. Okay. I walk you back.
Of course you will. You can't be leaving an old man like me out here. There's plenty of widows. And I've seen the Glad Eye. That Valerie one shows me the Glad Eye every now and again. I've seen it.
Oh yeah, Dad.
Your dad still got it?
Yeah. Mhm.
Got it? And he pats
As
his
he,
belly.
just before they head in, though, Reishi will look back at the group leaving and just say a little, like, blessing, just to asking the wind to watch them, the earth to watch them. More importantly, the spores to watch them and guide them.
He taps your hand a couple of times, and he heads inside. And he just gives you kind of a nod. And are you looking for Thranos at this point, or are you looking to go to the Great?
I'll go to...
Because Valara was the one that was handling the...
Yeah, I'll go to Valara.
Okay. There's a little bit of a look of confusion on her face, because she's holding a letter. She's looking at the box, and then she looks back at you. Look, we have it now. The Haverfield Merchants Council had said that one of the Mentries steel counterparts noted items missing from the inventory. It can happen. Thank you for bringing it to me.
Sorry, I'll make sure that doesn't happen again.
Excellent. And you see her kind of move towards the front door to try and see if she can get a messenger this late into the evening to deliver it. I'm just going to write down, gave a box full of crap. Box full of crap?
Of nature crap, yeah.
To evil organization, ? Okay. At this point, that despite that anxiety, actually it's because of that anxiety, you feel like yourself. Like you don't know if it was the chat. It was the chat with Puka. It was the glaring dilemma of, okay, so I stole something. I stole something, and it's also taboo. It's taboo, and I've told my dad about it. My dad's also seen these, and he's terrified of them. Oh gods, or lack thereof, what have I done? And even with those thoughts, you feel like yourself.
I was too exhausted to be anxious before, and now that I'm anxious, it's like,
You're not...
I have the energy to be anxious again.
God, I'm anxious again.
Yay!
You can it's not a mechanic on your character sheet, but I will remove the mark of fraying from you.
Woohoo. Thank you.
Okay. Heading upstairs, you pass the first floor with the convalescing room. That definitely looks like a small trail of sugar cookie crumbs and sugar.
He made it, so
yeah. You find your quarters, and the door to the room is slightly ajar. And inside, on your little, because it's shared quarters. So the door being open is one thing, but there's not that many people around these days. People are out. Inside, next to your bed, on the small little dresser table, chest of drawers, tucked under a small wash bowl, you see a piece of parchment paper folded.
Does it have anything written on the front? No
Nope.
Name?
Nothing.
She will, of course, because it's Reishi, immediately want to read it.
Okay. Now, just before, this is why we were having a
Yeah.
little panic moment. Is this something you would like to read right now?
I think I've gone well past my 40 minutes, so maybe we do it off stream.
That's fine. I will send it to you in the break.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, perfect. Okay. Thank you so much, Drew. That was
Thank you.
wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Like father, like daughter.
Well, Puka.
And now people are like, what? I need to know. See, Drew, this is the power of putting people on a cliffhanger.
I know, right?
Yeah, you're gonna get drunk on it. It's great. We are. So I'm gonna send Drew that super private, ultra secret, mysterious letter during the break. And during the break, you're gonna get a chance to catch our canto from Monday night's stream, Prayers for a Silent Chapel from Thranos Keener. You can get a chance to check that out. And when we come back from the break, I'm going to be joined by Paul, who may or may not be out of breath by the time Peridor's finished doing laps up and down those stairs. Drew, thank you so much. And
Thank you.
We'll see you around the Emberlight Guild.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Report of Thranos Keener, Lantern Warden, of the investigation of the recent silence surrounding the Temple of Boss, just outside the village of Dunsbarrow, undertaken by myself and the Kinelings Innes Kane and Guy. When we first came to the chapel, we knew something was wrong before ever laying eyes upon it. There was no bird song in the trees, no insects stirred in the grass. Even the wind seemed unwilling to cross those grounds. It was not the peace of a holy place, but the silence of something set apart from the world itself. We entered carefully and with due reverence. Inez sought to offer blessing at the threshold, but the moment she tried to speak, her voice was taken from her. Not stolen with violence, simply denied. It was as though the chapel itself would permit no prayer it had not first chosen to hear. To ease the unease, or perhaps because his hands knew no better answer to silence, Guy raised his dulcimer and began to play. His melody lingered unnaturally in the air, carrying longer than any note should. Then, as though answering him from some hidden chamber, another song rose to meet it. Thin and distant, but unmistakably there. It was then we understood we were not alone. Within we found signs that the place had once been tended with devotion. Flowers, long dead, still rested where they had been lovingly placed, and dust lay thick across pew and altar. Here and there were signs of care, interrupted as though a hand had been called away before the task was done. I reached for the divine then, to reveal what lingered there. Something resisted, and for a moment she appeared. A small gnome woman, broom in hand, sweeping as though no time at all had passed. Then she was gone again, leaving only the faint scrape of bristles across stone. She was no malevolent spirit. She was simply continuing her work. The truth of it revealed itself slowly. The apron folded with care, the fresh disturbances of dust, the sense that even in death, the place that was being kept. So we chose not to press her with force, nor to drive her forth with prayer. Instead, we took up the work ourselves. We swept the chapel floor, we mended what we could, we righted what had fallen into neglect. And as we did, she came more clearly into view. She watched us with the quiet caution of one who had long borne duty alone, and scarcely dares believe another had come to share it. No words were passed between us. None were needed. Through gesture and glance she guided us, leading us first to an alcove hidden from easy sight, where the tools of her office had been carefully stored, and then to the stone beneath the altar itself. There, carved into the old foundation, were the names of those who had served as caretakers of the chapel through generations. Among them was hers, Primula Forel. At last she had a name to be spoken, so I spoke it. I offered right, not to banish her, but to honour her devotion, to tell her that her labour had been seen, that her faithfulness had mattered, and that her watch has ended. Inez added her prayer to mine, and together we commended her memory to the silence beyond. When we had finished, she faded peacefully. The weight that had long held that chapel apart from the world was lifted, and what remained was not emptiness, but rest. As we departed, the bell rang behind us. Just once. Clear and true. and carried upon it was the melody Guy had played when we first entered. No longer distorted, no longer mournful. A simple song of thanks. When we returned to Dunsbarrow, Agnes Greeley received her account with sorrow, but also with relief. She has sworn that the chapel will be tended once more, and has offered shelter to any of Emberlight who should have need of it. Thus ended the watch of Pramila Farrell, faithful caretaker of that forgotten place. And thus was her name returned to the living, where it belongs.
Yeah. We're back. I think if I did it right. I have a tendency not to do it.
Yeah, that's right.
We're great. Okay, brilliant. I felt so. Paul had the amazing patience of sitting there. I lied and said it'll be 30 to 40 minutes for each one of these little things, and I'm a sucker for playing really. I love playing old people. He says as an older person himself, and I also love playing young kids. So, guess what tonight's session's about? Okay, we have established that Herodor was very, very busy the day before setting out on a quest. We're now about to find out what he was doing that day and in those moments, and why he was so caught up. But as if we rewind to the start of the day, what is Herodor doing as he wakes up that morning?
That's an interesting question for Herodor. He's obviously he's not used to waking up at his own, so he's probably awake still at the crack of dawn, expecting to go out into the fields to do his chores for the day. And he wakes up in a room and he's like, "Wait a second, I'm here by my there are other people around me, but they're not my brother and sister." That's
as you as that kind of comes upon you. What does he feel? This idea that he's waking up in this room and it's strangers.
He's a bit excited, but at the same time he has the nerves still there. He doesn't know if he should be here or not.
I think we've established that you were well awake. It's that sort of waking up before the crow calls.
Yeah.
There is a bit of activity outside in the main area of the second floor. You can hear a bit of chatter, and then it does dawn. Like, today is the day that you, alongside Serafina, Felicity, and Diego, are heading east to the lake, one of the lakes that you've a mission to take on, and you had packed the night before, and you see your pack is by your bed, and everything is kind of ready. And you hear the others you hear voices outside the door, and then you hear a very quick scattering of people. It's like people just darted off. And then you hear sharp, short steps against the wooden floors.
He's just obviously sticking his boots on at this point more than anything. And just sitting at the edge of the bed or the bunk, just like getting the rest of his clothes on. Obviously, he doesn't know what time. Well, he probably has a rough idea what time he's due to leave, but it's just getting everything ready to go. But making sure he obviously doesn't need his armor just yet. But if there's somebody running about, he might poke his head out the door.
When you do, you see a very cross-looking Valara. She is looking around, and outside your room, outside these quarters, there is kind of a small common area, tables, chairs, and you clearly see mugs. There's a teapot. It's a half-eaten croissant, like a little pastry. And then her eyes, like it's the thing of like you look at her, she's looking around to see where these people were that were here. She definitely heard people a moment ago. She turns back and she sees you.
Still a bit bleary-eyed, of course, but just like, morning.
Early morning.
Is it? Oh.
Herodor, where are the rest of your... And she kind of points to the...
Oh, I'm just awake. I did hear people out here, but yeah, I didn't get... I think I heard them dart just as you were coming up the stairs.
Not the first time. You come from farm people, right? I believe you had said...
Yes, ma'am. Up, I believe it's up east from here.
How are you at... and you see her sort of struggle to say the word. Labor.
Well, ma'am, that's kind of what I was used for a lot of the time. I'm a bit of a... My papa always said I grew up strong.
Excellent. Well, you're obviously aware of... And she gestures to the patched ceiling over her head.
Yes, ma'am.
We're in somewhat of a predicament with our financial situation at the moment. So I am looking for means to cut back on costs. And I worry that any of the carpenters or smiths that I call upon may not be giving me the honest truth about some of the materials that we have managed to reclaim from the wreck. So, I'm aware that you are heading out with Diego and the others a little later today.
Yeah.
Until then, I need you to head out into the yard and see what we might be able to actually salvage from... And she just gestures all around it, all of this. And she doesn't... It's not even that she's not waiting for an answer. She's just told you what you have to do. And then...
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. But you don't know if she's saying that to you or to herself.
Probably both.
Yeah. And she scoops up some of the plates, the bowls and the cups. She leaving one of each for you. And she makes her way downstairs, and you just hear her calling, Diego, I would recognize that absolutely awful perfume that you wear anywhere. I will... And it's just she's just shouting into the hallway. She is stirring a lot of other people who are sleeping and resting, but it doesn't matter to Valara. In the interim, before heading down and taking on the task that she has asked you to do, is there anything that you would like to do?
Herodor will just kind of pop on pick up his pack, but then sort of rustles through and see if he can find his carpentry tools. Because obviously there might be a few things there he's able to salvage in a bit of a different way.
Mm-hmm.
He's used to using like scrap wood and whatever's lying about, so it's probably a thing he's quite useful at. But then obviously if she's left like a cup and a plate and stuff for him, assuming that she wants him to bring it down, he'll bring it down.
She's
implying.
Valara is a stick in the mud, but She was leaving. She was intentionally leaving you food, and
that
bits
there's
to have.
actual food
Yeah,
on it. Fair,
but
yeah.
there's an expectation that you will be bringing that down because she's
well,
not
of
your
course.
mate.
Yeah.
She's not your mate. Hence why she's chasing after Diego. But yeah, there is. It's a very simple breakfast. Like it is. It's pastry. There's a little pastry. There's some cured meats. And stuff like that.
That's more than a little simple for Herodor, so he's happy.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Fair. Yeah. Fair enough. It beats warm milk and oats.
Yes.
Okay.
Damn right.
As you have your breakfast with your tools, your pack, and everything ready, you wake up to see that it's still quite. It's morning, but it's dark. And the sun is starting to rise, but morning and night here tend to bleed a lot longer, and apparently this wasn't always the case. That before the lasting dark, the time of the sun rising and the sun setting wasn't as drawn out. Yeah. And it does. Even the sky looks like that. The sky looks like the black is dripping like watercolors. It seems to be seeping rather than just burning away. Outside, you find out into the courtyard, the back of the guild. You do see a handful of people still kind of sorting and organizing. These are people from the city that came to help, came to see what they could kind of do. Mostly they're just taking away stuff that's obviously scrap, broken glass, charred rubble, the likes. But there's various sort of piles of stuff, all sort of stacked up.
You could probably make a use of most of that.
Yeah. You do see a dwarven man and woman carting away like just large slabs of stone.
If I knew how to work stone, that would be
Okay,
probably
so
more useful.
you're letting that go, right? Okay, perfect.
I'm just it's like not my monkey.
And that will come back to bite you later.
Well, I'll be like, she said wood.
She did.
And I do not know anything about stone.
The couple are hurried as they make their way past you. Like it's like, oh, morning, and then they're go, and they're moving.
If I hear that, it would just be like, if it's useful, please give them something back.
It's not. No, it's this, and he's not. No, straight to the tip with this now. No, there's nothing in that there now.
Can I make an insight check?
Of course you can.
Yeah. Herodor may come across as a slightly dumb child.
It's okay.
If there's one thing he can roll, it's a 19 on an insight check.
Yeah, it's a nat 1 on a deception check. He bites his tongue. Like he literally, as he's lying, he catches his tongue, and you see the woman just bolts. Like she just runs. She's just legging it. And a second or two later, he huffs after her like it's just crap, and they both just leg it.
Leaves the wheelbarrow.
Yes, everything. Yeah, they're not. Yeah, they're gone. They're just.
Okay.
It's just the second they were pressed, it was crap. We can't lie, and he bit his tongue, and they're gone.
Now, why would you do a thing like that? He just goes over and brings the wheelbarrow back and puts it.
Okay.
It's like
again, it's stone, but like it's like so much of the roof and the ceiling and the floors between were badly damaged. And a lot of the infrastructure, a lot of furnishings. You heard tell of some of the records, storerooms were all damaged when this stranger crashed through the roof and ceiling to the guild floor. but these pieces seem to be solid. Like they weren't just lugging away bricks or chunks of stone. These could potentially be used in future restoration or projects. It's just you don't know stone, but you know when something is
It's
of
fine. Yeah.
yes, yeah, of use. So it is. It's you're able to get it's hefty, but you're able to
Okay.
sort of push it back towards the pile, and it's there
Okay.
nestled between some of the trees. Will you give me a roll with advantage
Mhm.
of a d20, and you can add your proficiency bonus. This is for your carpentry tools. You're proficient with carpentry
Oh,
tools.
yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
Let's see, 2 and 18.
Okay. Yeah. No. There's a lot more here than you were. I mean, you've been helping with the
Led to
cleanup.
believe.
Yes. Yeah. And Valara is the one that's been overseeing kind of the operations and the repairs, in terms of the admin behind it. And with so many of the other guild members out, it has kind of a lot of the detailed work for people who may or may not know better about buildings and repairs and infrastructure. Those skills, they're not Valara's skills. So she trusts the people she hires and she brings in. And even then,
A bit too much.
So it's the knowing that people have the tendency to take advantage even in times of crisis. She sought out other members. So you have, not only is it a case of you have found like a hefty supply of nails that can be salvaged from some of the beams and boards, but also large pieces of wood that, yeah, they do need to be cut, and but they are solid. There's no
Good
reason why
yeah.
these couldn't be repurposed, or the larger beams cut down to make smaller planks and repurposed. This is a way of doing that. And you, a couple of times throughout the morning, Felicity kind of rocks out to kind of see what you're doing. And she slips away, and then Diego comes out. And it's that thing of you're lost in the rhythm of the work, and this is the work
The
that
saw.
you know your hands, and they know this work. And it's sort of, you hear them, they're calling you over, they're calling you, but this is something that Valara, one of the 3 members of the council, asked of you. And it's not that she has any more say or power over you than they do, but this was something you were asked to do, and you wanted to do a good job.
Yes.
Have you a D100 at hand?
No, but I can just roll one on.
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Yeah. That's a 31.
Okay. And you rolled 19 on your. Was it a 19 on your? 18. Okay. So I will. You got 31 there, and I will roll one on my end. So you have saved 58 gold in terms of supplies. So I will deduct that actually from the cost of repairs to the guild. So it's, I mean, you're salvaging wood and stuff that you're not. It's not that you're building anything, but you're just
of course
organizing a bit. But
Herodor couldn't build without somebody telling him how to do it.
Yes, so all it is salvaging, and that.
He's not a planner. He's just a doer.
Yeah. When you kind of stop to kind of survey, you see that like there is, like you've started kind of organizing piles, and there is quite a large stack of timber now that has been repurposed, beams that have been shorn down and cut. There's a small little pile of nails that have been pried from those boards, all in good condition. And a lot of the other workers are they kind of get on board, and they're also now kind of being a bit more careful, a bit more, and they've been bringing you bits and pieces. And as you were handed quite a long piece of timber, uh, and you see that they're kind of pointing to some of the fastenings and nails in it. You go to reach for your hammer, and it's not there.
Nothing hit my foot. Sort of like just start glancing under, or just glancing around him.
You start looking around. You look under kind of the small kind of workspace that you were, and when you look back up, the chisel that you were using is missing.
Probably hit my head off like the workspace as I get up as well, because spatial awareness.
Yeah.
And then just be like, could have swore I had it there a second ago. Did one of you all borrow?
And like a couple of people kind of look at you, and they're kind of like, they shrug, like no. Like,
No? Okay.
Give me a perception check.
One of the things he's actually pretty decent at, depending on his roll, of course, but not this time. That's an 8.
Okay. You again. It's that you turn around, and like you like if you're like no, and then you kind of your
But,
belt, your tool belt is missing.
Oh. Does that cause something humorous to happen? Probably.
Yeah, there's a brief moment there where you're just your britches just kind of, and then a few people just chuckle, and then as you look around, you don't, but you hear like people are kind of laughing, but you hear children laughing, small, like, and it's a work site. There shouldn't be children here, but you clearly hear kids laughing.
Am I sure it's not a halfling?
Positive it's not a halfling. It's definitely
Okay.
kids.
The two things can be fairly similar times.
Yep. Definitely more childlike.
He kind of like turns around, tries to see if is there any places kids would be hiding, seeking a bit.
There's plenty of places out here in the courtyard. I keep calling it a courtyard. It's meant to be sort of an area to kind of there's a small garden. It's become more of a space for people to train, but at the moment it's where a lot of the rubble and stuff, they could be hiding under. You could be hiding behind piles of rubble. They could be hiding in some of the bushes. They could be hiding. There's lots, and it's that thing of in your head. Suddenly you realize there's a lot of great hide and seek spots here, and your mind goes back to the days on the farm after the work was done, and playing with your brother and some of the other kids in the village, hiding in bales, like in large bales of hay, hiding behind the wagon, hiding in cupboards, and then you remember that autumn at the harvest, and your brother hiding in the oak tree, and you look up and you do see there's a small gathering of children up in the tree, kind of at the back of the Emberlight Guild Hall. There is a cluster of fruit trees, and some of the branches hang over the boundary wall and the fence, and they have been using that to
get in and out.
And they're up a good 10 or 12 feet in the air on branches, kind of looking down, kind of pointing and laughing.
I see you.
And they just kind of stop, and you clearly see there's a young half-elf boy with your tool belt. Kind of, he's fastened it around himself twice over almost. And I've got your stuff.
Starts walking over towards the tree, and pulls a little stick out of one of his pockets. It's literally just a small, tiny little stick. And he just goes and stirs. Looks like he's stirring like a little pot. Nature in sight, make my ideas all right. Flicks it towards the tree, and they will get the smell of embers, of fire. He is using Druidcraft to create the sensory effect of fire, but it's only the sensory effect.
Okay. You see some of the kids, some of the kids smell smoke.
Yeah.
Some of the kids feel a little bit of the heat. They all kind of perceive it slightly differently. And then
And he has like a cheeky grin on his face while he's doing this.
The half-elf boy kind of drops himself onto a branch. Like he just like onto his arse. He kind of takes a seat and he holds onto an overhanging branch above him. And he just and around you, now it's a very familiar scent. Manure. As he casts Druidcraft back at you, and what's the first thing a kid will think of? Poop. But it immediately, again, you grew up on a farm. This is every day. Oh, smells like home. Like everything on the farm smells like poop. And you see him kind of like, and he with his hand, like he's not holding on to the branch. He does this. Like, he pinches his nose, and he just kind of like sticks his tongue out at you.
It's like, ooh. Seems your ma or pa told you a few tricks too. Walks over and actually just starts shaking the tree.
The hammer falls out of the belt onto the ground at your feet. Not on them, but at them. And he now grabs onto the branch with both hands, and some of the kids have kind of scarpered off. And as you...
Well, it depends. Is there fruit on this tree at the moment, or is it?
No.
No. Oh, then that's.
We're kind of heading. We're kind of heading out of winter into what would be spring. So
good.
He's holding on, but then you, like as you say, your mom and pa taught you a few tricks. Like he scowls. And what of it?
What do you mean by that? Mine too.
What do you want?
Give me my stuff back, please. I'm trying.
No,
to
I need it. I need it. So I'll
For
bring
what?
it back. That's my business.
Well, you interrupted mine, so either tell me it or I'll come and get it back.
I'm building a fort, and I need. And he realizes he's dropped the hammer, and I need my hammer back.
You should have just asked then.
Like you're going to give me anything, and he just you see he's got like almost like kind of spitting through his teeth.
Why wouldn't I?
Because you're old.
Yes. Yep. That's fair. I'm assuming you have wood already then?
And his eyes kind of go wide. No.
Herodor will start, like, you'll pick up the hammer and start walking back to the pile, and any of the stuff he's kind of written off as useful for the big of the guild, like this stuff's too small and in too small pieces to do what they need to do with it. He'll pick up bits of that and like just start walking towards, and maybe a couple of nails that are a bit too weak for something fancy but could be useful for something small. Just starts like walking towards and just being like, "Yeah, show me where you want it, and I'll take a wee look."
And he's it's a secret fort, so if you just put those things into and he's looking around, and he that, and he points to like a small little, it's like a gardener's cart, like it's too there's bits of little pieces of rubble in it, but it's not sturdy enough to be doing anything heavy lifting with it.
Yeah, no worries then.
And we need blankets.
I don't even know if we have those, but I can ask and see if we have any spares.
Okay. And he sits down and he waits.
Then Herodor will just, at that point, he's still got the hammer, but obviously at this stage he's like, he has stuff to do, and he can go in. He'll just go in, and at that point probably walk up the stairs to where Valara's office is, and sort of like saying, "Do we know much about the local kids of the area?"
Which ones? The city is covered in children.
Well, the ones who would be brazen enough to come this way.
I really wish that was narrowing it down, Herodor. Do you mean the sprogs that have been loitering the last couple of days and pinching from the rubble?
Oh, yes, entirely.
What have they done?
Oh, well, apparently one of them wants to build a fort, and that's why he's been doing it.
Oh.
It's half-elf boy.
Ben. And he spoke to you?
Eventually. He thought he'd play a few tricks on me first, but I think I spooked him a bit.
Did he seem healthy?
So I'm assuming he seemed a bit scrawny.
Well, he was always on the thin side.
So that would be pretty normal.
What does he need of?
He was asking if there was any spare blankets going.
Yes, we can spare blankets.
I'm trying to get him to give me back my tools. That's all.
Oh,
I just thought there's some of the wood out there that isn't going to be useful for the building. I would give him a couple bits, let him just trade for the stuff he took.
If it's scrap, then yes,
of course.
But Herodor, I would press on you further if you can. Ask if it seems appropriate. You can remind him that he has a place here.
And at that, does Herodor kind of click that he has like a appearance? Is he similar to anybody that he's seen?
He doesn't look like anybody you've seen, but Valara, like, you know, in all the times you've met her, like her face is like, even at Malin's funeral ceremony, Like she maintains this sort of
Stoic.
it's stoic, but it's often construed as coldness. Like she really holds her emotions in. But you do see her you see that the mask slip a little, and she catches herself. She kind of rolls her shoulders and she shakes her head. Whatever the urchins need, Parador, you can provide.
I will do, ma'am. Plenty of the workers seem to be now actually taking some of what I was doing on board, and have copied what I was kind of doing with some of the bits and pieces. So we've got a good bit more down there. So I will quickly help the kids out before I get back to that.
Excellent. Thank you for your efforts. Pay no heed to Diego and Felicity. See to this before you head out.
I will. It's kind of like, as a Herodor's like going to get the blankets and such, he would probably be like sort of thinking, not saying it out loud, but kind of into himself, sort of thinking, I wonder if his mum or dad were members here. It's kind of just obviously the internal monologue, and just it's kind of, that's where he's thinking like, what would he have done if his parents hadn't have been around? And that sort of, he's stuck in that sort of, is in the mind space for a wee while.
It's almost like a loop of like the what ifs. Some might say hypothetical situations and scenarios that are some people might.
Yes, they might.
But what if I may be so bold? What follows is, and this is where your path crosses with Reishi a couple of times. You go and you fetch blankets. They also need a pot. You go and you get a pot. They need a kettle and they need several cups. And it's the Lara's instruction was give them whatever they ask, and you've blankets, curtains, several books, sheets of paper, a pot, a kettle, several cups, forks, plates, a large cheese wheel that he could see hanging up inside in the kitchen. And
literally anything that he can see, he's pretty asking.
He's asked, and it's up and down for Herodor. It's like out into the back kitchens, up into the fourth floor, all over the place. And
it gives his arms a bit more of a rest, and they've had the rest of the day, and he's now working his legs instead.
Okay.
So yeah, it works.
Yeah, it's a full body workout here at the guild. As you sort of shift throughout the day, you do occasionally bump into Diego, who's kind of like, we're supposed to
just doing a job for the boss.
Of course. And he kind of like looks towards Valara's office and then back to the others. We can get things ready, but we really should be going soon, before nightfall.
As soon as I can, yes.
At this point, the wheelbarrow, that's Gardener's wheelbarrow, is full, and there's now a sack, and you see that outside that gathering, there's a small cluster of urchins who are at the wall and the fence, and he's kind of taking, he's hopped down. He's still got your tool belt on and chisel, but he's now kind of handing stuff out to the others to kind of carry, so that he can manage the wheelbarrow a little bit. That looks to be pretty everything that we need. Yes, I think so. Yes, yeah, perfect.
So what's your name then?
And he kind of looks up at you. Ben.
Obviously, I stick my hand out and just go, Herodor, I've just joined.
Thanks for the stuff.
Yeah. Just, especially the guys are in the middle of trying to fix the roof and stuff, so try to leave the tools alone for a wee bit if you can. I know you might want some stuff. Just come and talk to us first. We do actually want to help.
He looks at you.
Can I kind of get a sort of idea of what age he is, roughly?
He looks to be he's definitely one of the older kids in the group.
Yeah.
Looks to be about 10. 10 years, about 10 years of age.
It's like, yeah, because just be careful, because you don't want you to get unnecessarily hurt or anything. That's all.
I'm not stupid.
Oh well, the fact you were able to steal leaves from under my nose kind of looks like, yeah, you're definitely not.
He kind of squares you up in the way that kind of kids can just look at you and just kind of up and down.
He's probably got a big goofy grin on his face at that point, like he's not, but he just like,
you know, you don't have to do what they tell you to do.
Who?
Them. And he points, he kind of nods at the Emberlight Guild building.
No, I know. I'm here because I want to be. I'm just being as helpful as I can. My mum always told me to be.
Well, they got my mom killed. So, and he picks up the wheelbarrow.
Yeah, at that point, obviously, I'm not going to press him. So it's just like, he kind of gets it. It's like, yeah, fair.
You should. And he wiggles, like he literally, like he kind of shimmies out of, and he hadn't actually clipped the belt, but he just kind of shimmies out of it. You should tie your belt properly.
There's a different way of doing it.
And you just see him kind of roll his eyes and shake his head. I'm
a farmer. I didn't know that.
And he just starts laughing. He just starts laughing. And this time, Herodor, it's not at you.
Yeah.
It's kind of, yeah.
Because the situation.
Yeah. He just, thanks for and everything, sucker. And he pushes the wheelbarrow and he runs he has to.
Yeah.
He kind of slips back into the kid you saw that morning on the tree.
That's hiding everything.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
kids will be kids.
There's a you hear the doorway from the hall or the corridor that leads out into the courtyard kind of close, and standing there you see Valara. She's wearing a heavy cloak. They've gone?
They have. They're finished up. And I'm sort of picking up my tool belt at the time and sticking it into my bag. Because I'm assuming it's kind of getting evening-ish time at this point.
Yes, yeah. It's late enough it's late enough. It's dusk almost.
Yeah.
Valara kind of just looks at you and then kind of out past the boundary wall, kind of hearing the chatter of kids outside. Both of his parents were lantern wardens.
I assumed as much. I may not be the brightest tool in the shed, but I can get it. You can see when a kid just has a thing out against people sometimes because of what happened. But the same time, I wonder how many people his parents helped before. You can't. Sacrifices happen.
You might not be the sharpest tool in the shed, Herodor. But all the same, you are quite bright.
And that just goes over his head. He doesn't understand that at all.
She gives an uncharacteristic half smile, and it's a real, like, you
It's like she's not doing it on purpose.
Yeah,
like
yeah. It happens. I think we have well worn Diego's patience.
After this morning, I thought he would have wanted a bit more time to lay about. And then just puts the stuff in his bag and throws it over his shoulder at that point.
She, as you kind of move off, Herodor.
Yes, ma'am.
And she starts to move back towards the door. Remember this. Leaving home doesn't always mean leaving people. And she's... ...
Yeah. It's kind of the look on his face at that point. He's just like...
She wasn't... Yeah. She's not even kind of expecting a reply. She's gone. She says this and you hear the door close. And then there's just a from Felicity, who was at the other end of the building. And you do see the others have kind of gathered.
He's just walking, probably looking a little sheepish if there's 3 people waiting for him. It's just been like, sorry there, folks.
They all saw Valara, and so it's nobody says anything until a little distance away, when one of them, they can decide amongst themselves, does their best Valara impression, and the rest kind of break out into laughter. And as ye head down the road toward the western wall and gate, you once again see Reishi and the gentleman that you've come to learn is her father, heading back towards the guild. He says something about the road rising to meet your feet. And you remember something like it was crocheted on a piece of fabric and hung over the door of the home on the farm in your village, somewhere east of here.
And then, yeah, he just smiles at the memory.
Take a point of inspiration.
I already have one because I'm human.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately, it's
okay.
the way the human system works. You get one every long rest.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. It's
okay. All right. Okay. Well, thank you for that. It was a lovely foray into Herodor's way of existing.
It's a simple way of life.
It is a simple way of life, but it works. It works. Before we end tonight's session, there's one last scene I would like to share with everybody watching, whether you're watching it with me here and Paul now live, or on the VOD later on. But as this group of Emberlight members head down the road, we move back to the guild, to the 5th floor, in a room we see the mantle, Orowine, the record keeper of the guild, and he slips in, closing the door gently behind him. And there, on a bed, a heavy blanket covering them, a side table covered in bandages, and a wash basin and jug. The faint aroma of medicinal herbs catches at the edge of his nose. He sits down in an old wooden chair, and it groans under his weight. Orowine is a older gentleman heading to his mid to late 50s, short, tight haircut, thick gray and white beard, two tusks protruding from his bottom lip. A bright green eyes betray the age on his face, but the lines of worry and thought are firmly grooved into his forehead and at the edges of those eyes. Under his arm, there's a book tucked. And as he adjusts himself onto the seat, his eyes drift over the body of the stranger, the woman in the room, the woman who crashed into the guild on the night the hearth was elected and we said farewell to Malin Rowe. The woman who uttered nothing but a single word: war. He opens the book and he clears his throat gently. What I'm sharing with you is, it's an incomplete. It's a record of a story. A legend, maybe. But since you seem to slumber, there's no harm in telling tales. And he opens the book. Before kingdoms had borders, before the roads between settlements were properly named, there stood the city of Anwillum. The first city, some called it, though scholars still enjoy arguing over whether that title belongs to Phaeton itself or merely those who first built upon this kingdom's banks. Anwillum stood where the twin rivers met, the sisters Aideen and Niamh, two rivers said to have carried their tears. A river for memory, a river for sorrow. And depending on who you are asking and who is telling, no one ever quite agrees on which is which. There are accounts of people who traveled impossible distances. Pilgrims, merchants, wanderers, those who had lost more than simply their way on a journey. But where these two rivers met, there sat a ferryman. Now, the stories differ. Some say he carried no sword. Others, a badge of office. But the one thing they all agree to is that whatever antiquities were on his person, they all acknowledge the lantern. Small thing, ordinary, hardly worthy of any mention in a legend. And yet, It appears in every telling of this tale. And that alone must mean it counts for something. Now, it is said, and there are charts and patterns and records to confirm this, but it is said that there came a season of heavy mist. Not rain, not fog, something other. And it descended upon the rivers Aedean and Neve. Not weather, but something stranger. And travelers crossing the old roads began forgetting themselves. Not all at once. For some, a missed memory, a forgotten destination, a name lost on their lips. Some stopped traveling entirely. And he stops and he kind of glances out the window as a group of Emberlight Guild members head down the road. Others wandered into Anwillum, unable to recall how they had got to the city in the first place. Some simply sat by the riverbanks for days, staring across the water as if they were waiting for something or someone they couldn't quite remember. Whether true or not, these stories persisted, and I have amassed a number of different tellings and recollections of this story. It is said that the ferryman noticed something others did not. They noticed that people did not become lost because of the mist. This mist only deepened what was already sat inside them. Grief, weariness, loneliness. The things that slowly fray at a person when they carry them for too long. And so the ferryman traveled the riverbank each evening with his lantern. A simple, ordinary lantern. Nothing magical. No divine blessing. Just lamplight from a candle. And he sat beside travelers who stayed too long and forgotten who they were and where they were meant to go. And he asked gentle questions, shared a meal, and he remembered the names and the things for those who could no longer could. Some stories say that's where it ends. He was merely a record keeper. Other stories tell of people who slowly begun to found themselves again. Not all at once, not completely, but enough. Enough to step away from the water and the river and the memories returning and the sorrow drifting away. Enough to continue. This one, and he turns the book on his lap and he points to the woman sleeping in the bed and then to the page. This one has an account of a traveler and what the ferryman said to him when he posed a question. Why carry so small a light against so much darkness? The ferryman is reported to have said and answered, but sometimes all a person needs is just enough light to take that next step. And Orwine sits for a moment in the quiet, and he looks out the window, the figures gone, and the sun beginning to set, and he closes the book. And then he stands abruptly in the chair as the woman stares at him, her eyes open, and her lips move to speak. And that is where we leave the quiet between. Thank you to Paul and Drew, who joined me this evening to tell these small stories. Thank you to everybody in chat who watched along. This is just something that kind of conjured out of an idea, and this idea of being able to maybe explore the world a little more, to get to meet the players sometimes like this one-on-one, and their characters, and get a snapshot as to who they are and why they are the way they are. Hopefully we get to continue this. Hopefully we're back in 2 weeks for another look at the world of the Emberlight Saga. I'm Declan. I have been your game master this evening. I'm back tomorrow night for Ben and Declan on a roll, where myself and Ben will be joined by Wayne Talbot from Sorcery and Shenanigans, talking about his upcoming event up in Dublin, where it's a full live show. Ben's in it, so I'm hoping Ben can. Well, we're going to be chatting to Wayne, so Wayne will give us the scoop. Ben will give us the deets. And there's a brand new episode of Romancing the Dungeon dropping on Friday. It is the end of the Whispered Song saga. It's a gut punch, but it's a good gut punch. If you need a good gut punch on Friday, check that out. Such amazing players joining us to tell that story, and it is the beginning of the end of campaign 1. So, which you go, the first episode's the beginning of the end, but this is ramping up. It's the penultimate saga for the finale, so there's a lot more to come. But thank you so much to everybody who watched along, and we will see you on Monday night to find out, God, what the hell? Where's Herodor going now? And did he remember to tie that belt on correctly? We'll find out. But we're back.
Probably not.
Probably not. No. We're going to be back then. We're back on Monday for the next episode of the Emberlight Saga. Until then, take care. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. And if not, remember to check out the D8 Dungeon Discord. That is where you can find out information about all our games, meet some absolutely amazing folk, and even maybe see about getting involved in some of the next stories that we're hoping to tell. I'll start killing off the Emberlight Saga people pretty quickly, so there'll be room eventually for people to join in. But until then, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you soon.
Bye, everyone.